So when I was working at work, one of the customers' kids sounded exactly like Georgie. The resemblance was just uncanny. If I don't upload for a week, send help, maybe even the Losers Club. So It Chapter 2 was released, the sequel to the first reboot of Stephen King's It. In this movie, the kids are all grown up and have changed their outer appearances quite a bit, but not so much their personalities. It's been 27 years since the Losers Club defeated Pennywise, and after a call from Mike after some murders spring up back in Derrytown, he calls him back to Derrytown to defeat Derrytown to defeat it again after they thought they defeated it 27 years ago. Things don't always go as they planned, but if you guys enjoyed this movie review for It Chapter 2, make sure you subscribe for more reviews and leave a like and dislike. It really helps the channel reach more people and the video reach more people when you do that. And for those subscribed, make sure you tell me if you enjoy the character on screen more or me on screen more. I'm kind of jumping back and forth between the two to see which one is better for the channel and which one you guys enjoy more. Now, one thing I can say about this movie's casting is that it's just damn near perfect. The performances given by the older versions of Beverly, Bill, Richie, Mike, Ben, Eddie, and Stanley are similar to the younger versions, but not at the same time. And let me explain why I'm saying something like that. Through the interactions and different encounters with Pennywise, you see certain aspects of the younger selves appear, like Richie's sarcastic and sometimes harsh humor, Ben's kindness, even Bill's determination to stop Pennywise. It made you believe that these are older versions of the Losers Club. Now, one thing I do see a lot of critics complaining about is the fluff added into the movie, the scenes that involve Pennywise trying to induce fear into the Losers Club, bringing up old memories and traumas like Beverly and her dad or Bill and his brother. The movie is jam-packed with these, and it takes a very large chunk of the movie up. But I have a different take on this fluff. These served as a catalyst, a way to prove that even though they are still the Losers Club, they've gotten over these fears and traumas and are starting to get over them in these scenes too. I think seeing them do just that in those scenes made those scenes much better than they could have been if they were still afraid of those things, especially when they start to fight back. Those are some of the best scenes. And I'll be honest, I love those scenes with Pennywise. Those are so entertaining, seeing him transform into all these fears that each of them have or that he thinks they still have. As for Pennywise himself, Bill Skarsgård, he does a fantastic job again as Pennywise, same as It Chapter 1. This time around, instead of being portrayed as this unknown creature, he's being portrayed as something else, something out of this world. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it made the character not only feel different than It Chapter 1, but I think it made it better and worked for the movie, especially how they explained the origin of this character. Now let's rewind a bit back to that fluff. Even though I think it did serve a purpose to build the characters up and have a better payoff for that ending of It Chapter 2, sometimes it can drag on a bit. I won't ignore that fact. But these scenes are few in between, and a lot of the scenes that are the fluff I think are worth watching and definitely help the characters. But some of them can be cut out. It Chapter 2 has a very big runtime, and even though I didn't notice it all too much while watching the movie, I think some of the scenes with Pennywise and some of the scenes with the characters could have been cut out to make a tighter and better focused story and movie overall. Now, you go to a horror movie to be scared, right? And I would say there were times while watching It Chapter 2 that I was scared, but not because of Pennywise or the possibilities of the kids dying. It was more of the anticipation of those jump scares and the horror scenes. When these did happen in It Chapter 2, it didn't scare me. Honestly, if I rewatched this movie today, it wouldn't scare me at all because I already know these jump scares are going to happen. And this isn't secluded to Chapter 2. Chapter 1 had this problem too. They're not scary. It felt more like suspense than fear from the movie, which touts itself as a horror film. But overall, It Chapter 2 was an enjoyable movie. It's not really a step up from the first It Chapter 1, but I think it's the same quality and the same rating as the first one. But it has a great story, great character development, and generally funny humor sprinkled out throughout the movie too. Not to mention those great scenes with Pennywise, portrayed by Bill Skarsgård. I'm giving It Chapter 2 a 8 out of 10, and I think it's definitely worth watching in theaters in my opinion anyways. But that's what that is, it's my opinion, and if you have a different one, make sure you tell me in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on It Chapter 2 and your favorite horror film. Tell me definitely what your favorite horror film is. Thanks for watching and have a good one, guys.